So if this is working correctly, then we should have music in the background. Granted, it's not the super great music that I would really love, but we'll do a sound check first. Are you planning on jumping in on YouTube? So I can check whether or not that's working? Yeah. Yep. Hello.
Lots of red this time.
Lots of red.
Yeah, your hair.
Oh, yeah. I colored it because my roots were showing. That's weird. You're not even coming up on as a viewer.
I just gave you a like and everything.
That's really weird. I don't exist again. Interesting. Can you hear that music without it being overpowering?
I can hear it, but it sounds like you have a TV on in the background.
It's just supposed to be like background music. It's not supposed to be overpowering.
It's whisper quiet.
Whisper quiet.
I can barely hear it.
Well, now it's on max.
Hold on. I can hear it if I turn up your YouTube.
Oh. I'll see, what I'm worried about is it overpowering the audio. So I'm kind of playing with the EQs on it so that like it just kind of plays in the background. But like if I'm not talking, then it seems like it's kind of a battle. I'm kind of watching the equalizers.
It's really not. Your level's there.
The only thing I really don't like is I don't have a way of pulling up the attributes in the stream. The only thing I really don't like is I don't have a way of pulling up the attributes in the stream.
Attributes to what? What do you mean?
Oh, like the title and artist kind of thing. It's supposed to, like, there's supposed to be a thing in Tuna where I can go in and it'll pull up the text for who's playing and what the artist is and all that shit, and it's me and Devin can't figure it out.
Flagged for copyright?
Yeah. But if it's so quiet and in the background that like really you don't notice, then it's probably where it needs to be. I'm assuming you would probably tell me if it's not. But if it's so quiet and in the background, it's like really
It's not overpowering or distracting.
okay. Whew. So should we go camera? Nope, wrong camera set. Work. Yay. Because this is where we were last week. So while I was at, it would probably help if I move all of this over, hey? So while
What
I
are
was
you doing
at,
this in watercolor or?
no, this is acrylic.
Okay.
But while I was out and about, I went out and got 3 bottles of this dragonfly glaze in 3 different color mixes. One is like a yellow to red, almost purple, and then the other one is purple to green, and then the last one is green to red. So I'm thinking that probably, oops, that was cool. This is probably going to be the green to red is probably going to be the one I'm going to use on this one. So I can do kind of the same thing I did with the fall, first frost painting.
Yeah.
And then I went and did the very, very special thing of looking into how I was going to finish this background, and that just became a whole big fiasco because it doesn't really work that well. I'm going to have to kind of make things up as I go, which is not the first time. So I got my lines running.
For real recovery.
That seems to be
and
what
then I picked it
we
up.
do.
Hello, Southeast Wisconsin.
I picked up an angle brush and another flat brush because I'm going to need it for these Dutch irises.
And on WMLWVM for
And I'm really hard on my brushes, so of course they don't want to stay the way they are. Oh, by the way,
See how you play are the ones who surprise even themselves.
Yay.
Rochelle,
Order of bow and arrows.
you got it. See? On Jeopardy.
Weeknights at 6.
my festive shirt.
Hey, it's your home, and I
What's
need
it
to ask
say?
you a few favors. In the kitchen, there's a spider stuck between the window and the screen.
What's it say?
I know it's dead and
Let the
technically
shenanigans
it's
begin?
outside, but it's still freaking me out. Can you freak
Ah.
it out or
Haha,
something?
yes.
Also,
And then
just
I
to
stopped
save
at
some
Home
money,
Goods
it's super
because I had to get a
easy.
box
Could you bundle
for
your home and car insurance with Geico?
all of
Last
the
thing,
scarves
could
and
you
such.
Take the holiday decorations down.
So,
Yeah, I'm one of those.
Geico. For bundling made easy. Geico.com today.
my thought was better to go bigger than go smaller. So now I have a box for all of the extra scarves and fabric for my hats. That was the whole point of getting this box.
Okay, you can't just shove them all inside the hat and put them inside the hat box. Never mind.
No, and sadly, yeah, see the hat box, next time I go to Disney Springs I'm gonna have to get a new one, but it's just big enough for the hat. I do so love the many moods that this hat kind of conveys. But then I picked this up as a way of finding a way to kind of consolidate all of the, yeah, let me do this, as a way of kind of consolidating all the hat bands and the trinkets. And it kind of works because then like all the, like flowers and the feathers and all that and the hat bands are all in one box, but if I want anything more like the scarves that go, like there's a scarf that goes with this one, and then there's the scarf that goes with the blue one, this box is not big enough for all of that, so now I have 2 boxes.
2 boxes for 1 hat.
My box has, my hat has luggage, which is kind of ridiculous.
It's taking on its own life.
It is, it's very much taking on its own life. And I kind of noticed today that, I have the post-winter, the post-Christmas, this is the scarf for the winter Christmas one. But then this is the fabric meant for the spring hat band. It's kind of dusty green. And then I got this really pretty burgundy. And I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to make this work in a hat band. And then it'll kind of move into the hat band box. Because right now it's just like extra fabric. But even then, I still have I have this one, which is good for St. Patrick's Day. Although I haven't found a
You
nifty
definitely
pig
got to
with it.
stop back off at that haberdashery.
You know what? I'm gonna have to. It's gonna have to make an appearance at the haberdashery. Be like, this is what you gave me, and this is what I did with it, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, lady, you are nuts. It's one half. You gave your hat a wardrobe. Yep, I did.
That way you can tell what season it is.
Right? But I had to get a pretty hat. I had to get a pretty box for the, I had to get a pretty box for all the accessories for that hat, because otherwise, it would just be very, very, kind of pointless. It occurs to me I never posted on Facebook that I was going live. That was the whole point of not going to work.
No, that's why I didn't know that you were online, and I saw that you were, and I jumped on really quick going, oh crap.
There we go. You can let everybody on Facebook know. I don't know if anybody's going to jump in. Can you do me a favor? I'll post the notice. Can you just post a link in the comments? Because I don't have a link for it. I don't think so. Or maybe it's the same
Post
link.
a link for what, dear?
The link for the stream.
I just posted on my account. Hold on a second.
Yeah, because I just posted on my account that we were going live tonight, so. Alright. So that is the up and coming news with the nonsense with the haberdashery. Chicken guy, we're gonna get some chicken guy.
Chicken guy, we're gonna get some chicken guy.
Oh. Is that the link for the stream?
Yeah.
Okay. Dink, dink, dink. Edit. Alright. We'll see if that produces anything. If not, I'll just be talking to you. Not that that's not anything you're already used to.
Right.
So I got all of this done the other night, and the problem is that I discovered that I had a ton of really bad paint.
Paint that's all dried up? What do you mean by
What?
bad paint?
Okay, so
It was naughty and it spent the night out?
it went out drinking. It was very naughty. So I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera. But in this tube of phthalo green, you can see where the pigment has separated from the binder. Because the binder just looks like water in there. And
Yeah, it does.
yeah. So this is not going to mix back together in a way that's going to be usable, because it's going to not mix with other paints well. And the pigment is just... Right now in the tube, this paint has the consistency of snot, is the best word I can think of. Because it doesn't want to move, it doesn't want to flow, the binder has completely separated from it, and it's just near unusable. I mean, it should not look that much like snot at all. So this is
I imagine.
not going to work. That's the phthalo green. Now, if I remember right, this is the bad tube of raw umber. And this is bad because, well, I'm already putting pressure on this. I'm actually afraid it's going to come up and get the webcam. But it doesn't want to move. So it has also broke down, but it has not separated from its binding. It just doesn't want to flow. It's cakey. So, in order to demonstrate this, we'll do this bad burnt umber that doesn't want to come out of the tube. Like, yeah, this is what it's doing. That is not at all what this is supposed to look like.
It looks like a turd.
It looks like a constipated baby worm. And this is what I got. And this is a new tube I just bought. And that's what it should look like. So those are your two ways that your acrylic paint can break down. So just a bigger brush here. This is definitely not going to flow the way it's supposed to. And this is much creamier. The pigment is much better. So, yay! When your paint breaks down. I guess I've dedicated myself to using this paint palette now. Kind of, sort of, maybe. I don't know. We do have to go over this background one more time. It would seem that I have to fill my palette, my water well up, because somebody who is purebred and cute and is in heat has been drinking out of my paint well.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Is that Shakespeare?
Nope, it's Geico.
Yeah, that's Shakespeare from one of his unpublished works. Oh, it be not for awakening. Nay, giveth thou the berries. For 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
No, it's from Geico, because they help save people money.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but Geico got it from Shakespeare.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
So,
prices that are lower than low on
I really don't want to maximize, like,
Pick and Save. We give you more ways to
using
save on the fresh you love
umber
with
though,
tools like the
so-
Pick and Save app, where you can find personalized coupons on
What
top
do I
of
want to
weekly
use
sales,
to
giving you prices
mostly
that
paint
are
with?
lower than the everyday low. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Yeah,
Get
we're gonna
more
stick
ways to
with this
save
barrel.
at the buy 5 or more. Save $1 each sale.
Barrel
Just buy 5
filled
or more
burnt.
participating items and save $1 each with card.
I know
Pick and
my
Save.
words.
Fresh for everyone.
Words are hard.
Now with Taco Bell's app, you can build a box filled with your favorites for just $5.
Yeah, it was very frustrating the other night painting with this because I didn't realize it was bad until after I
Burrito, grilled with chips
had
and
already
sauce.
made a mess.
Vibe with cinnamon twists and a Baja Blast.
Thank you with Taco Bell's $5 Build Your Own Cravings box.
But the good news is that now, along with that, I also bought new
Limited participating U.S. locations for a limited time online or in the Taco Bell app.
yellow because my yellow was also bad for the very same reason.
1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pretend that I did not actually go and buy the same color that I already had in a tube. Oh, I swear to God. Some days I do such dumb things. My brain registered, hey, this paint went bad, replace it. Some fuckers green. I'm thinking that this is starting to go bad, so I'm gonna try and get 2 walls of this going, because it's supposed to be thick, but it's not supposed to peak like that, so. And some yellow light. Trying really hard not to get splashed with paint. What I always think is kind of dumb is that, like, the high viscosity paint that I have manages to hold up better in the opaque tubes for being years upon years older than the same brand for only 2 years old. I don't know if that makes sense, the way I said it.
It made sense the way that you said it. I don't know why it would be like that either.
Yeah, because like the Liquitech Basics, the only difference is how viscous the paint is, supposedly, and how strong the pigment is. But man, these clear tubes just don't want to hold up as far as, like, longevity, if that makes a thing that makes sense.
Sure it does.
Oh, what else do I want to use? Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna make this make sense. Nice. This is another one that's really, this paint's supposed to be good for 2 years, and I can tell that this one's already going bad. And we have Howley the Chatterbox in the background again. Thankfully, she has got her vet appointment together, so hopefully she will not be like this next month.
You're getting her fixed too?
Yeah, she's getting fixed. I kind of had a good chuckle though, because I was on the phone with the vet. And the vet was like, well, we'll do an over-the-phone pre-surgery consultation, da-da-da-da-da. Actually, since I am... Oh, there we go. We'll do the pre-surgery over-the-phone consultation kind of thing. I feel like I want to change brushes, but I don't. So we have one that's scheduled like on the 15th, real early in the morning, and then there's another one that's later, before we actually get to the surgery part of her doing her spay. Which is really all kind of weird, I think.
What are they going to be able to tell about the cat over the phone?
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, you know, she's less than a year old, she's running around, and then she goes, well, how do you know she's in heat? I don't know, she's running around yelling at the top of her lungs, howling, sticking her butt in the air, sticking her butt in her sister's face, you know, all the signs that make me think she's in heat. It's the little things, ladies, it's the little things. Alright. Kind of obliterated the drawing underneath it, so I lost my details. Alright, so I am way the hell up here. Oh. So yeah, so there was the consultation for Dutch to get her lady parts taken out because she's getting obnoxious and I can't handle it anymore. And then what else? This tooth broke, so I can sort of get on with eating. Although, man, when it broke in the middle of eating yesterday, I had a real hard time getting through that. That was, like, rough.
Yeah, I would imagine it would be squirmy, yucky.
Yeah, I just kind of was like, I kind of felt it just kind of collapse in on the tooth, and I was like, I don't want to swallow that. How do I not swallow this? I have a mouthful of food now. So, well, look at you with the most exciting part of your day being that you're watching the stream. Well,
Pretty much that is the most exciting part of my day. I mean, I am in a nursing home at the moment, so...
You and your rowdy kids. With your YouTube and your Netflix. Is this the part where I get to make fun of how, you know, it's the whole, buy me that useless piece of plastic for $9.99.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's okay, Grandpa. Don't call me Grandpa.
What was the name of that? Dana Carving.
Dana Carvey?
Yeah.
And his impersonation of your old man?
Yes.
This whole thing got really complex really quick. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
What got really complex really quick?
Oh, what I was gonna do with this background, because right now because half the paints I was painting with last time were expired and not blending well.
Yeah.
And I have to go back through and kind of fix it all. It's kind of like, oh, what was I gonna do here? I don't remember. Well, you better think of something real quick, because you're there. I don't want to be there. Well, tough, because that's where you put yourself. Like, there's part of this, like, background that is just, it's very flat in color.
So you can't remix those paints after they've gone that way?
The ones that have gone bad? No.
Yeah.
Once they've gone south, it's pretty much time to chuck them. You can't really make them work anymore. Unless somebody, like, 5 years down the road that actually watches this stream, watches it and is like, that's not true, I know how to fix this. Well, you're not here right now, so you don't get to contribute. But there are other spots on this canvas that, like right over here where the color is very flat and matte. It doesn't have any luster to it. And it's because I was struggling with this green and then a yellow that was also expired, so it was like, it's got no luminosity. Not very pretty. Which is another thing that happens when paints expire, is that they lose their oofda.
Gotcha.
Yay, we get to cover something I was going to cover in a 5-minute tutorial. What to do when your paints expire. Throw them out. How do you
And
tell
you
if your
did it
paints
in
expire?
about 2 minutes.
And there was no editing involved. Yay! Ooh.
Hooray.
Kid has trained all season for the
Speaking of editing,
state basketball tournament.
so with the last set of videos, right? I had
Yes.
It's the scientifically
I think like 3.5 hours of work that I had done.
State basketball pregame.
And so I was like, well, I'll crunch that into a video. It probably won't matter, blah, blah, blah.
Farmers of Wisconsin.
We'll try out DaVinci, blah, blah, blah. Not really looking forward to this.
Geico knows there are many.
But is DaVinci another editing
It's,
program?
yeah,
that
it's,
you're
it's an
starting?
online video editing program.
Always has your back with 24/7
Okay.
access to claim
Bro.
service and legendary customers.
I don't know if it's the tower, which it very well could be because it's got a lot more RAM. If it's DaVinci, because it uses less resources, supposedly than Corel.
Geico motorcycle. 15 minutes.
But it took me like, I want to say on the long end, like 20-30 minutes learning how to use it. And then just took like 20 segments and compressed them down to like a 2-minute video. There's some flicker in it, which I have to resolve with the frame rate. But
Okay. Getting more ways to save.
holy business, like it was done in 10 minutes.
Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1
Wow.
each
With the old tower, it would take me 4 to 6 hours to get that to compress down on the old tower. It was just, I was just like, oh, well, it'll be here for a minute. The tower can do that. The computer was like, excuse me, watch me crack my neck, and I'm done. I was like, what?
So Deep Thought was definitely an upgrade.
Deep Thought. Is that what you're naming it? Because I thought we were gonna name it like...
Yeah.
Thought we were... It wasn't Chunkabutt, it was something else. It was something else really ridiculous. Deep Thought.
It's from life, the universe, and everything. From Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yep.
The computer that designed the computer that looked up the answer for the great question, what is
Life, the universe,
the
and
answer
everything.
to life, the universe, and everything. Yep.
I'm trying really hard not to want to go back over and check my phone. Mother trucker, I got paint on the line drawing.
Go back over and what?
Check my phone. I really want to go check my phone just to make sure they're okay, but I don't know.
If you have to, go ahead.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if I stream during the day or if I stream in the middle of the night. I get just as many viewers. Oh well.
I think it's going to take time.
Yeah, it probably will.
It's something that you just started up. I don't have much to talk about right now.
Oh, I know. It's hard to find things to talk about. Well, I'll say, like,
Not really.
all the restaurants in town were just getting crushed today. Like, I got Chinese for dinner, but then I had a craving for the cheesy stuffed breadsticks from Little Caesars. So I went over and I got some of those. And, it was kind of chaotic over there. I think I waited 20 minutes for those.
Okay.
And, you know, Nikki D's was wrapped, BK was wrapped, Culver's was wrapped to the road, but that's kind of becoming kind of a standard with them now, where they're wrapped all the dang time. At least the one on the south side.
They're good.
They're good, but I think that's part of their...
I mean, come on, the double bacon cheeseburger, double butter bacon cheeseburger is awesome.
The deluxe?
Yeah. Which reminds me, I haven't had cops in forever.
Well, it's because you've not been in Wisconsin for forever.
I know. When I come back to Wisconsin, I gotta stop at cops.
Well, the last time when you came back to Wisconsin, you stopped at Leighton Euros.
Yes. Oh no, that was Oakland Heroes, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. Leighton Euros is closed.
Are they?
Yeah. That's why we didn't go to Leighton Euros, because they were closed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think there was like I think I waited like almost a half hour for just an order of stuffed cheesy bread. You could just tell these people were just busting, and I felt really bad for them. And the guy felt really bad because I was waiting so long, and I'm like, bro, you guys are the ones getting your butts reamed. I'm just kind of here just playing. I was literally playing Jurassic Go and just chilling out. Because I know I was going to be heating up my food when I got home anyway.
Chinese and Italian. Huh. Interesting combination.
It worked, but didn't work. It kind of gave me that satisfaction of having garlic. You need a garlic fix? Do we have a dietary need for you?
Did you go ahead and order your soup too?
Yep.
You're half wonton and half egg drop?
Well, this time I just got egg drop because I didn't feel like putting that much in my stomach, but... Yeah, I was planning on being on the air last night, and I got halfway through Hobby Lobby and then just started feeling so icky. Just, ugh. No words for it, just started getting the chills, and I was like, I can't get the chills, I'm supposed to be on the air tonight. And then
Sorry to hear that.
It just kept getting worse and worse, and I was like, I don't think, and I thought, well, maybe it's because I didn't eat. Usually if I don't eat, I just get real tired.
Yeah.
And I ate, I managed to get a euro down, and tried to move on past that, and was on the freeway, and had the heat up all the way, trying to get rid of this bloody chill that I got, but I have no idea where it came from.
Wisconsin's very good for giving you that chill, though.
Maybe it was my one day of flu. Considering I haven't had the flu this year, we pretty much eliminated the flu, I hear. That's the running rumor, is that we've managed to eliminate the flu with all the masks. Don't know if it's true.
And the washing of hands.
If everybody would just have a little common sense and a little common decency, we could all be fine. The vast majority of people went, not buying it.
I definitely cannot wait till we can take off the damn mask.
I'm not even like so much down with the masks. I want to go back to freaking normal, and normal's going to involve a lot of things. Are you kidding me? I don't know if I want to.
What's are you kidding me?
Oh, the memory card's full. So I guess one of the benefits to this whole thing with going live and trying to record videos at the same time is that people can understand now when I'm doing time lapses how many times I have to stop to change the camera. This ow! Memory card is hot. It's a whole damn thing. Okay. There's my adapter go. Ooh. And we will now spend the next 20 minutes transferring files. Yes.
Memory card. We're gonna empty the memory card. Memory card. We're gonna empty the memory card.
We're gonna empty the memory card. We're gonna empty the memory card. Oh my god, I can't wait till we get the new camera. And we don't have to do this. I shouldn't really say that because I could go out and get that new Canon. I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen with this.
Sure.
I really don't even know why I'm waiting on it because honestly, the PowerShot is pretty much had it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What's it doing?
It just doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do, and it's probably just me being impatient. We'll have to find out when I get closer to like doing the whole San Diego Zoo thing.
Okay.
Once we get that far, then I'll be able to more accurately say. Yep.
Would that be replacing your main camera then?
Yeah, probably.
Chicken, smoky Creole pepper sauce, lettuce, onions, Jimmy peppers, avocado spread,
probably.
provolone cheese, mayo, oil.
You know what is so sad is that like
slices of freshly baked.
I have all these different paintbrushes, right?
Oh.
And this in particular one is
Jimmy John's, the
a liquid text basics, right? And I love the action on the body of the brush,
for limited time.
but the finish is chipping off.
Getting prices that are lower than
and it's driving me bonkers.
Then shop at Pick and Save. We give you more ways to save on the fresh you love with tools like the Pick and Save app, where you can find personalized
Driving me
coupons
bonkers.
on top of weekly sales, giving you prices that are lower.
So you're gonna chip at the
Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Get more ways to save at the buy 5 or more, save $1 each sale.
No, I have no idea what
from
I'm
now
gonna
on
do.
you gotta keep some sandpaper at your desk.
Card. Pick and Save. Fresh.
No, I'm not gonna start I will never stop sandpapering them then. It will be a thing that will never end, and you know that.
True.
And here.
Thought you were gonna paint tonight. Nope, we're just sandpapering for handles to the brushes.
Nothing
Just
kills more viruses.
well, that doesn't sound like it was very productive. No, but it was very satisfying.
Disinfectant spray. Lysol. What it takes to protect.
No idea. It's very satisfying.
Star COV2 on hard, non-porous surfaces in 2 minutes.
And got rid of all of these spots that are oh so flat. kind of console myself in the fact that if Devin really needs to get a hold of me for whatever reason, that he knows where I'm going to be if I say I'm going to stream, because he knows, if he checks the Discord app, that he's going to get a notification that I'm live, so.
Okay.
That'll be my consoling thought was, well, I might not be at the store helping him, but he knows how to get a hold of me, too. I really kind of wish that they had, like, copyright-free, like, country music. There's this lo-fi, I attacked a synthesizer with a club kind of thing.
The copyright-free music.
Yeah. This does not really go with my... This is not really my jam.
That's okay, I can't even hear it.
You can't even hear it? At this point, it's pretty much just like random synth and drum beats in the background. Kind of hard to deal with when you're like right, it's kind of in my face. So.
That brush is super long.
Yeah, we use it the way that they say professors say you should use them. This feels super dumb. Then you can get the full stroke. It's the same stroke. You have more control. No, I don't. This is super dumb. This is not giving me any more control. This is not making me feel any better. I do not feel pretty. I do not feel pretty. Take some of this lime green and put it in here. And then some yellow. Yellow lives matter too. This might have been a little bit too much yellow. Yeah, it's a little too much yellow.
It's getting rid of the dull spots though.
It is getting rid of the dull spots and trying to not overwork it, but I probably will still overwork it.
There are no mistakes. There's just happy little accidents.
This is going to be a happy little bird that's going to fly into a happy little lawn chipper. If you got the visual on that, you're not a happy little person right now.
Yes, I got the visual.
Wasn't that a movie? A bird going into a lawn chipper or something like that?
Yep.
What was that movie? I don't remember. I don't remember.
I don't either.
So where are you with Supernatural? Season 12, what's going on?
Still where I am. I didn't watch it last night. I've been watching, of course, I've been watching Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
They've got 7 of 9 now.
I remember that. And they took her the longest time for her to get settled. They stopped treating her like a Borg. When it takes you forever to fit in, your soulmate is 7 of 9.
No, it's Willow. Get it right.
It's Willow?
It's Willow from Buffy.
I heard crunching. I had to figure out what it was. I realized I didn't have the Discord app up, so I couldn't see you.
That was me.
I see that.
With a rapper.
It was a rapper of some sort that I heard.
It was a rapper.
It was a rapper. Was it Eminem?
Yes.
Did you go the 8 miles?
Pardon?
Did you go 8 Mile?
8 Mile, huh?
8 Mile. It was Eminem.
Oh, derp.
I'm just gonna supplement all of this green with a lot of yellow.
There's too much green in the background right now, though. It's
Well,
hard to differentiate between the green, on the screen at least. Are you making a Packers theme?
I kind of feel like it. Like, it kind of feels that way. Not meaning to. Whoop. Whoop. See, what you don't understand is that, like, this screen here, this is not a Packer screen, this is a Hunter screen, so it's opaque so that you don't see it, Airhead. This opaque green, and then you got a bunch of translucent yellows and such, and then it's really hard to kind of balance all that out without it looking dumb. But I'm managing. Somehow I'm managing. Oops, wrong color. This will make sense, I swear to God. No, it's not gonna make any sense. It's not gonna make any more sense in 3 hours than it does right now. It's just gonna be a bunch of abstract colors.
So I would ask how was Hobby Lobby yesterday, but obviously you got sick there, so...
Pretty sure I did not get COVID, but I think it was just the fact that I had that real bad panic attack at work, and it just finally caught up to me.
Oh, that feeling.
Yeah, it was...
Your body finally lets go of it?
Yeah. Yeah, that very not cool feeling. Yeah, it was one of those.
I don't know which is worse.
The panic attack or the aftershocks?
Yes.
Yeah, they're,
The aftershock where you're just completely drained if you were in a level 10 or a level 9. You're just completely drained afterwards, like you're completely drained after a migraine.
Yep. Trying to give some opacity to some of this paint here, and it's just not happening. All it's doing is making it worse.
here's something we could go on.
What's that?
So when you end up overdoing it, how do you stop yourself from overworking a canvas?
How do I stop myself from overworking a canvas? That is a really good question.
Or is there a point where you are overworking a canvas?
Good God. You're up there researching questions and shit, aren't you?
Oh, no. I just brought one up.
I guess it would depend on when my colors start to look muddied and not vibrant, which is why I stopped the other night, because it was starting to look like the green was just looking muddy, but I think that's just the fact that I'm using hunter green, which I don't normally use. There's not usually a lot of green in my paintings.
Okay.
So the hard one for me to judge is on the green ones now, because I don't normally paint with green. And so it's hard for me to determine when I've got it just right and when I'm overworking it. So there's not usually a lot, but if like my yellows are starting to look gray, my greens are starting to look brown and mush, and things aren't popping anymore, it's time for me to either stop and walk away, or it's time for me to start another painting or back away from it, because I'm obviously not doing my color mixing right.
Put down the brush and walk away backwards.
Back away slowly. It is very much
slowly.
along the lines of back away slowly. You're making the painting worse. Because there is a certain order that light goes through when it's going through certain objects, like if it's going through trees or whatever.
Now with Taco Bell's app, you can build a box filled with your favorites for just $5. Personally, I go with the chalupa.
So there's that moment where you're like, am I still abiding and honoring that progression, or am I just making it worse?
Be like you with Taco Bell's $5 build your own cravings.
And that's kind of a on-point thing. Are you making it worse, or are you making it better?
Or in the Taco Bell app only.
Okay.
Participation which varies, brings exclude freezes, tax extra.
Any credit card can offer cash back, but only
like an art thinking question there, Matt. You were over there looking up stuff.
It's like getting one of those birthday cards that's shaped like
that was just off my brain.
That was just off your brain? Your brain was just like, hey, ask this. We've always wondered this.
With your first year
how do you know to stop?
And you don't even have to send a thank you note.
Probably the same point at which I go, how many times am I going to hit the seam and the finish on this paintbrush before I actually peel the finish off? And that would be right about now.
And that's what you're doing.
That's what I'm doing. I keep hitting the seam on this paintbrush, and it's just like, nope.
And 20 to 50% off fresh looks for him and her. Plus, transform your space.
Yeah, you need to start leaving sandpaper there.
And Macy's Star Rewards members can earn on every purchase.
Right at your desk.
Services and fees.
Right at the desk.
More
Just,
at
this is what we're doing
Macy's.com/star rewards. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Hello.
Who stopped in?
Who stopped in?
It's Devin.
What's up, Dev?
Just give me a second. I'm switching over to push to talk. I'm at work.
Yeah, I know. My comment like 45 minutes ago was, well, if Devin needs me, he'll pop into the chat because he knows where to find me.
Well, no, you're okay. I know. It's just been hell. That's all.
I think you got to go to your quiet screen, Alicia.
I have to go to my quiet screen?
Yep.
we should have all these files in... What? No. What? That's not right. I have too many windows open. Alright, so... 110 to 120, 110 to 120. Okay. That means everything on here can get erased. Yay! Now I only have like 6 windows open.
Your computer's still bored.
My computer's still bored. Not when it's dealing with these massive video files. It deals with these massive video files and it's like, give me a second. Okay, got you.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh. Unlikely that we're going to be seeing the return of Scott to the chat. Or Scott to the stream. I think I've taken care of that.
Oh, that's alright. Let the artist work.
Versus letting the artist get distracted.
Right.
The artist is very good at getting distracted.
Ooh, shiny squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah, literally after I got off the phone with you and then we were talking the next day, Devin's comment was, doesn't he know you get squirrel brain? I was like, yeah, he does.
No, I never figured that out. Squirrel?
Squirrel? What? Squirrel? Squirrel. Dirk, 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 dirk. Yeah, this station is not my jam. Do you remember the album Spiritlands?
No.
I had it on cassette and you borrowed it a bunch of times. It was some native flute music.
Okay.
Okay. That guy apparently has a sequel to that album called Return to Spiritlands, which I was listening to the other night.
Alright.
Which was kind of funny because
Hi, Matt.
Hello, how you doing?
A little stressy, a little pissy, but
a little stressy,
that's normal stuff.
So it's not ideal, Devin, but I did get Spotify to sort of stream through the chat. It's
Mother fluffer. I swear to love, I was trying to figure that out for like a good hour and a half the other night.
I added it in as a media source and it's just playing off of the app. It's not actually, as you can see, playing any of the attributes. So it's not playing in the way that we wanted it to play, it's just making noise in the background. So not quite what we wanted, because it would be nice to not have to put the attributes to the music every time I upload a video, but until I figure out how to fix it, it'll do for now.
I guess if that's how we gotta work it, then I guess that's how we gotta work it, you know?
That's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's kinda
my thought process on that.
What's a little weird is it sounds like, and it may be just be from my end, but it sounds like every time somebody talks, it is trying to balance out the microphone to Spotify, and so it feels like it's turning Spotify up and down.
Oh, I understand. That's a feature that the OBS was talking about yesterday when we were watching What's His Nuts.
Oh,
he was sitting there saying, yeah, this is what's gonna happen. And there's ways to mitigate that.
On my on my end, I don't hear it blaring either one of you out, so
yeah, I just kind of want it playing in the background.
Nice little balance.
Yeah, I just really want it playing in the background, so if there's dead silence, then, you know, it's something just kind of fill the space. Natural conversation and all that jazz.
Oh, the only thing I could think of is you turn down the gain for the audio output of Spotify to, you know, even out what you're feeling you're missing.
Yeah, right now it's at about 70%. So it's not too bad, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not terrible, but it could be worse.
Yeah, so it wasn't just you guys that were getting creamed tonight. Everybody in town was getting creamed.
Actually, no. Next door and downtown were not.
I don't know about that, but I went from getting Chinese on A Street, and every restaurant I went past was blasted except for South.
Yeah, but next door wasn't getting creamed. I was talking about South. I didn't want to say that. Just.
Oh. Yeah, Culver's, McDonald's, even Dunkin' Donuts, and they were getting a truck. They were getting busy too.
Yeah, but it's tax season, so.
Oh, of course, everybody's gonna be out. Everybody's gonna be out. Everybody's gonna be out and about getting their business. Of course, it was nice to be on the other end of the counter, because I think I waited like 25 minutes for my breadsticks from Little Caesars, and it was cathartic to just kind of sit there and genuinely feel bad for the people behind the counter that just were getting blasted, and then just be like, you know what, it's okay. I wasn't even fazed by waiting a half hour for my breadsticks. And the guy felt genuinely bad about it. I'm like, it's okay. I get it. I've been there. I'll be there tomorrow night.
Yeah. I'm sitting at 16 hours, by the way.
Now on Walmart.com.
Oh, you were sitting at 7 when everybody went home, so.
For cash back, but only Discover.
And I don't expect that we'll be expecting Scott back on stream or in the chat anytime soon.
Okay. But no, the Fearless Leader, like, I just loved how the whole conversation was about the other store and not the one that you're in charge of.
Cashback match.
Well, I think my whole point behind posting it was,
Discover.
Hey, this might be why you guys are getting blasted so bad, because they genuinely looked closed.
Update your wardrobe with 20% off new spring.
Yeah, but who cares, you know? It doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It's his last night. He can handle it.
With Luxe Hotel Collection bedding, now 40% off.
And kind of goes in there with the response that I got from my text. So.
Services and fees. More at Macy's.com/star.
Yeah, because who gives a fuck? You know.
You know. Yeah, they need to have some like non-copyright, like just country, dude. Because this techno doesn't work for me.
Man, all I can think of is techno.
I mean, at least it's not dubstep. There is a channel that's just dubstep.
Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants
and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
Literally every time anybody ever mentions techno, all I have is that commercial in my freaking head going.
I just realized I never.
It lives in my head rent free.
What did you do on your day off? Dance for a whole nothing. Devin, did you get the video I sent of the dog that was bouncing its back butt feet?
Yeah, I clicked on it to start it, and then kind of got people that showed up, so I couldn't actually fully enjoy it.
Yeah, Matt did the same thing, and then I actually, I'm like, you should open that up, and then he did while he was in the middle of the stream, and then he just started laughing. It's like joining the Indian summer.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I really don't like the fact that the first time you do the layer of paint, it looks like crap no matter what you do. It always looks like crap, and you're just like, 4,000 reasons why it looks like crap, and then you do another layer, and it's like, it looks fine now. I'm not a horrible artist.
I wonder if that's what everybody experiences.
That seems to be the unified version of reality that I've seen. This is a horrible painting. I suck at life. Wait, it's getting better. Nope, it's horrible. It needs to be burned into the ground and never seen from existence. Nope, it's getting better again.
You know, like when I'm at the hammer in my forge, I'm going, this will never work, this will never work, this will never work, and then it works. Or it doesn't work, but usually it works, and I go, okay, I don't know how that happened.
With you, I would just be very, very grateful that you came back with all of your fingers.
There is that.
Some days I think maybe you walk into the forge and you're like, I have 10 fingers and I have 10 toes. And then you come back and you're like, I have 10 fingers and 9 toes. Because I dropped the hammer on one.
I've done.
I've done the dumb. I don't know how to undo the dumb, but I've done the dumb. Okay. I think I should really give up on this flippin', like, grass green, because it just doesn't go with anything else in this painting. I'm trying to create a bright green, and it's not going the way I want it to. Oh, Horny the cat is back! No! My life is horrible! I need a boyfriend! I need a boyfriend! Oh. Oh, jeez. Shut up. No one cares. Least of all me. Shut up. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, that'll be over. That'll be over soon.
Not soon enough. It started up yesterday and I was just like, call the vet, make it stop. I'm not putting up with this. It is just not happening. Okay, so season 10. Let's see, it's season 10. Is that when we get Rowena?
I believe 11. Yeah, 10 was.
10 was when you
Towards
get
the end of
Rowena.
10.
I don't remember what happened in season 11.
A bunch of Crawley stuff.
A bunch of Crawley stuff? Is this Crawley's last season? Is 10? I don't remember.
He's still in 11, or he's still in 12 so far.
Is there an alternate dimension-like thing? Did that
I don't
get
know
brought
if
up
I
yet?
got that far yet.
Because there's like, you know, the shark jumping alternate universe thing where Sam and Dean are never born, and somehow there's a rift that gets opened to that particular world, and
I didn't get that far yet.
yeah, we shall call that Writer Shitstorm. Riders of the Shitstorm.
I still like their sploof the best.
Which sploof?
Their spoof, whenever their one show a season that's like very odd or whatever, like the one with the Lucky Rabbit's Foot.
As
Rabbit's
long as
Foot
you
was
don't say
actually my
Scooby Natural, because Scooby Natural was just bad.
That was horrible. I saw that one and it was horrible.
It was bad. Like, you and I were at Universal, and Scooby and the gang came up at Universal, and all I could think was, this is such a disappointment, because like the original like Scooby-Doo was so good, and then Supernatural decided to get involved, and it just became really horrible.
That must have been while I was off taking pictures over at American Graffiti.
I don't remember. I do remember there was that was by the diner. That was by the diner.
Yeah, that was when I was off taking pictures.
Guys, I know at some point,
Hey, guys.
like, you know, there was the float that was going by that was the Doric, the Explorer boat, and I kept going, it's Rossandra! It's Rossandra!
I
Dora,
apologize
Dora.
for the interruption.
Huh?
But I literally just saw an officer screaming down the road towards the lake. Then
Hang on a minute, I gotta put a boot up the cat's butt. Shut up, go away! So you just saw an officer screaming up the road going toward the lake? There have been a lot of weird postings on the scanner lately.
What's been going on in Sheboygan?
Something about somebody was over by UWM and they like got their second COVID shot and they were having a bad reaction to it, so
I don't know.
there was that.
Devin, come back, Devin.
We need information.
damn, y'all, I had to take care of somebody.
You can't leave us with a squad that was just screaming
I'm
down the
sorry.
highway.
I'm doing things for people. If I have to drop you for a minute, I have to drop you.
That's fine. You just left us
But-
on a cliff-hanging note.
All I hear is Stabby yelling at me across the room.
It's the most amount of interaction he gets all week.
Pretty much. Other than the pill drop.
The pill drop?
Every
Oh.
day. Every
What?
day, every couple of hours, muscle relaxers.
Oh boy. Sounds like fun. Sounds like Rose is kind of fun.
Credit card can offer cash back, but only Discover
really.
matches all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year.
All I have to say is that, like, your
Shaped like cash.
Facebook feed and her Facebook feed are very similar, except that hers has more illicit content.
Have to send a thank you note. Cashback match, only by Discover card. Learn more at Discover.
So she posts about legal marijuana too?
Something brighter.
And other hippie shit
Hear that?
stuff?
That's the
Sorry.
sound of germs spreading. Spreading to doorknobs, light switches, throw pillows, or a toy truck your kid played with before.
Duchess, no one cares about the fact that you feel that you need to be touched in that way that makes you happy. No one cares.
COVID-19 virus on more surfaces. This cold and flu season.
So if you could stop singing the song of your people, the rest of us could get on with our lives.
Use as directed. Rinse toys with potable water. Kill SARS-CoV-2 on hard non-porous surfaces in 2
Shut up.
minutes.
No one cares. No one cares. No one cares. See all the cares?
Look at
no.
you, listening
Neither
to
do I.
Spotify while you do whatever it is you're doing. That's exactly why it makes sense to promote your business here.
Shut up, cat. No one cares.
Whether you have 2 employees or 2,000, your voice can reach as broad or as narrow of an audience as you need, and connect with them where visual media can't. Try it today at adstudio.spotify.com or tap the banner to learn more.
Okay, so are you guys ready for me now?
Yeah, I've been ready for you.
Okay, so as I was standing there doing things that my job requires, you know,
Yes.
We dropped him again.
Huh?
I don't think we
You
dropped
dropped
him
out
as
of
much as he dropped himself.
What son of a... Okay, so as I was doing the things I'm supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
officers screaming towards the lake. 2 minutes later, I had an officer screaming towards the north side. And I was super confused, but that's the excitement I get for tonight.
Well, I guess it could be worse. It's gonna be a lot more exciting for me tomorrow and the next couple of days.
Oh yeah, you gotta close with the fearless leader, huh?
No, I am the only closer besides the fearless leader.
Yeah, but the fearless leader on Thursday is one of your later people.
Oh,
That's
that'll be
gonna
fun.
be a joyous day.
Yeah, it will be. Because after all, when I've told Fearless Leader you're done, you can go home, his option is to continue to be there, just doing whatever it is he's doing, so. I should probably stop making circles. Yay for a giant ball of green. Wasn't gonna make a ball of green, now I am making a ball of green.
It's green.
It's green! It's green! It's green!
So
It's
green.
Speaking of green, did you hear that they're banning a bunch of Dr. Seuss books because of racial profiling?
What?
Yep. Go Google it.
Since when was Whoville about Black Lives Matter or whatever?
They're saying that there's 6 of his books that are considered racist now, and so they're being banned. I don't know which 6 books. I just saw the headline and was like, well, that's interesting.
I can't think of a single thing that's racist about.
1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish.
Racist bastard.
Thank you.
I speak for the trees.
Yeah, I don't know,
can't
but
think of anything that.
they're banning Dr. Seuss now.
The
Yeah,
only
we
thing
killed that family die.
The only thing about that man that was any kind of weird was the fact that all his books are based on his hallucinogenics on acid.
And that turned into an idea for kids' books, but all the same.
And then that turned into an idea for kids' books. I mean, There's a little bit to be said there.
There's a little bit to be said about that, because have you ever heard of child talk about their imagination?
Have we heard me talk about my imagination? I'm here painting fake birdies because, you know, it's Febirdary in March. And if I heard one more newscaster go, oh my god, I can't believe it's March. It's March 1st, can you believe it? Can you guys learn to say something else? Because that's really
Thank you, Alicia. And back to our regularly scheduled program. I cannot believe it's March.
I can't believe it's March.
Can you believe it's March?
I can't believe it's March.
No, I can't believe it's March. All I gotta do is look at a calendar and see that it says March. And then I believe.
Do you believe in March? Do we have a song for you? Yes!
I don't believe it's butter either.
How is Rosie Rose hanging out? Holding up, hanging up.
She's in a lot of pain and very, very angry.
I'm sorry.
It's not you, it's the other trope of the fearless leader.
Ah. Yeah, I got stabby online, and I was like, well, maybe, you know, if nobody's going to be watching. I didn't broadcast last night, not like it's really going to take a hit tonight. And then he popped on, and I was like, I morally conflicted.
Like, it's to the point where I almost asked Psycho to walk behind the counter to help.
It was that bad at Little Caesars.
Man, I just couldn't believe it.
Yep, it was that bad at Little Caesars. I genuinely felt bad. They gave me my breadsticks for free because I was just like, I am not about to fight these people. And I asked the guy behind, you know, he was like, I'm sorry you had to wait. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. Shit happens, you know, it's not a big deal. And the guy was like, I'm giving you your breadsticks for free. This is some bullshit. He with me, and I was just like, yeah, you guys got pwned. And he was just like, man, next time I'm gonna fucking people. Like, he like went off. And you could just, I think he was the manager on duty. And I genuinely felt bad for the guy. Would you please be loud and obnoxious in another room? Go.
Well, considering I'm outside, I don't know how to be obnoxious and loud in a different room.
Well, you're also not Duchess, being in heat.
Stop giving them crack.
I didn't give them crack. She's in heat.
Then give them crack.
She's on natural crack, whatever.
Yeah, she's on, you know, natural pussy juice, you know.
Alicia, I did private message you about stuff.
About stuff? Well, since I'm not really... I basically have put my time in at like, not, you know, 10 or so. If you're not caught up, you want me to swing over and get you guys caught up? Then I can check my boxes for having streamed tonight, and I can check my boxes for having helped you guys out.
That's up to you if you want to.
Well, the nice thing about
I
you
don't think it's going to be an early night for us.
Huh?
Regardless, I don't think it's going to be an early night for us.
Probably not. So who's all there? Just you, Michael, and Rose?
Yeah.
can see if I can do that. I mean, you would do the same for me, I would suppose.
When have I not come there half in the bag on a Wednesday?
Half in the bag. Glad that you're so very explicit about that.
Yes, food service. Sometimes I miss it.
Most of the times you don't.
Most of the time I don't, because factory work has its own bullshit.
What are you watching in the background, Matt?
I'm not watching anything. They moved my room. They moved me rooms.
Oh. So do you have a roommate again?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Hi, roommate. This is the very disturbing things that happen in this room with this person at, like, Monday and Tuesdays. Mostly Mondays. This is really very Packer themed. It's very, very disturbing.
It is very Packard themed.
You like green and gold? Yes.
I know that you're trying to do like the blur of the camera, which will pick up when it's all finished.
Yeah. So back to painting.
But right now it just looks like Packers.
Yeah.
Packer camouflage.
Camouflage.
See, there's the green brown. Now we're doing some green.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how I'm going to do the whole, fade drippy thing. I texted Pam on if there's an actual term for that or not, and she doesn't think that there is.
Term for what?
So you know how Luke Buck does his foregrounds, and basically he does that 4D thing with, he'll do a realistic painting and then he'll do, his initial foreground is just like random drips off the page.
Yeah, where it looks like the paint's running off the page.
Yeah, and then he'll paint more 3D realism on top of that. He'll break the border, so he'll break the fourth wall on his paintings.
Yeah.
So I asked Pam, because I've seen that more and more often in people's paintings as a technique. And I'm like, is there an actual term for that? Because
turn your ideas into a
you know, she knows I have the channel and everything, and she's like, I don't think there's an actual term for it. And then she asked me something about whether or not I knew where the wedding pictures from Mom and Dad's wedding were, and if I knew where that album of photographs were. And I just kind of tried real hard not to laugh while I was angrily texting her, no, I wasn't given that, among other things. I don't have anybody's wedding pictures.
Listen along and choose courage for yourself.
Oh, keep looking. Well, good luck, because you didn't give them to me. I got all the photographs you guys didn't want, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember that conversation too.
Yep. So that's nothing I have access to, or that I would even know where it is. Well, keep looking. Good luck. I'm not going to be able to help you with that at all.
Checking your memory?
No, I'm checking to see what time it is, see how long I've been on the air. Noticing that no one's like typed it on the chat at all because there's nobody watching. Trying to not get discouraged.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that somebody would come on.
And then I got lost in the thought of
Sorry.
what I want to
not
do.
that impressive.
What, Devin?
Sorry, I'm not that impressive.
Hey, you're more than nobody.
Either of us are. And yes, you're more than nobody. So did you use Krita just for the idea of what you're going to do, or did you use it for part of your layout?
Well, I blocked in, I did the concept blocking and the sketching in Krita, and then once I got to transferring this was all roughed in by hand. I kind of took the basic blocking, and it wasn't quite laid out for this proportion, so I had to change it. The concept I did all on Krita, though.
Okay.
I still
I
think
remember
that...
you doing the concept. I was wondering if you printed something out, or...
No. No,
you got
because
this
if I did that, then it'd be a whole big... It'd be a whole big headache, because I'd have to transfer it on a piece of paper, and then I'd have to transfer it again onto this. So I just... What's nice is that if I put it on here, I'm a little fearful of moving this because I don't know if this paint's dry. Okay. So if I have it here, like this, then what I can do is, because this is transparent, I can lay it on top and see where my lines aren't matching up, versus if I have a printout done,
okay,
then I can't see because it's opaque. So once I get this background all laid in, I can double check my concept lines and my line drawing and just make sure that all adds up before I rough in anything else. Here I am with this stupid bright green again because I'm determined to make it work. Just determined to make it work. We're gonna make it work.
You're gonna work, damn it. You're gonna work.
You're gonna work. Dutch, I'm talking about paint, not your boyfriend that doesn't exist. Talking about paint, cat. Talking about paint.
That's kind of working, but that's a weird shade.
It's the thing that's making it real hard to make it work is that it's an opaque paint versus a translucent paint, and that's why it's really not working, because it's almost got a white base to it.
Okay.
And that's why it doesn't look right. You see where this is like right here by this tail, and you can see right through it. If I take the spring green and put down the same line, it doesn't lay the same way, and when it does, it looks almost fluorescent. It doesn't look like a natural green anymore. If I mix the two, then it just is like a malfeasance of just god-awfulness and just... What are you doing? These colors don't go together! Oh, the horror.
Well, the Packers seem to think so.
So I've got these action lines here for the tail because the tail droops down like that Quetzal. Kind of like the idea with that Quetzal tail.
Yeah.
But the spatule-tailed hummingbird, which is more of what the body's based on, has kind of the same concept. So I'm trying to get the lines to work, but at the same time...
Where are they from?
What?
Where are they from?
I don't know where a spatule-tailed hummingbird is from. I know that the Quetzal is South American. Okay. And the only zoo that I have found that's got it, maybe it'll be on my summer to-do list, is there's a zoo in Dallas, I think. Matt's gonna suddenly Google it and find out, because reasons and such. I wonder whether or not this hunter green is starting to break down. No, you just really need to layer it that much.
Hey, how you healing up over there, Stabby?
Around the 24th, I get to go to the doctor again to see if I need surgery. So far, they got me walking with a cane, but today I wasn't able to walk with the cane. I woke up way too stiff for that.
I'm glad to hear that you're able to at least walk a little bit, even with a cane, you know?
Yeah. I'm able to go upstairs now.
Not really fast.
It doesn't matter if it's fast or not. At least he's able to heal.
I'm more making the whole joke about... I'm making the house joke. He's turned into Hugh Laurie.
That's my superpower. I can heal.
This week at Macy's,
You've turned into Deadpool.
fashion and home essentials. Update your wardrobe with 20%
Heal, but
off
I heal at an alarmingly slow rate.
20 to 50% off.
You're somewhere between Cheech Marin and Deadpool.
Transform your space with Lux Hotel Collection bedding, now 40% off. And Macy's Star Rewards members can earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees. More at Macy's.com/starrewards. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Been thinking about coming back to Spotify.
So I'm
Premium.
hoping that
Now,
I
that's a great idea.
get healed
With
up
unlimited
enough
skips,
by the
ad-free
24th
listening,
that
and offline mode.
I don't have to have
Upgrading to
surgery
Premium
again.
is a no-brainer.
Because then I'll have to go through all of this all over again.
Without any limits. Ready to go
Yeah, that
premium?
would not be
Tap the
fun.
banner to learn more.
Yeah. And that would be another 4 months.
You know,
And
that...
I also talked to Social Security to see about an income coming in. They have to get a hold of the nursing home here to try to set up a date that I could be driven out there to have an interview.
Okay, at least they got some type of plan in place.
Yeah, I got something.
Who had the Taco Bell commercial in the background?
My roommate.
There's a Taco Bell commercial in the background?
Yeah, I heard the Taco Bell commercial, like the bell ringing.
Oh.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
You know, it's taken so long to get this bloody background done. I'm kind of wondering if I should stream the whole thing or just wait until I get to, like, doing something else before I stream this background again.
I would go into doing something else.
What's she painting? She's still painting that bloody damn background. Skip.
See, and Bob Ross always makes it look easy with that big giant house painting brush that he uses.
I've got one of those, it's just, it's going to eliminate all the detail for everything else I've got in this painting.
Yeah. Yeah, at that point you might as well use a paint roller.
I don't know that that would eliminate the problem.
Probably not.
Probably not. No.
It'd be ridiculous, though.
It would be ridiculous. You just go over and take some, like, liquid frisket and block over all of the other subjects and just go over it with a paint roller. Just like, fuck it. We're just done with this. Liquid frisket to the rescue. Do you, like, hate the tedious task of building your backgrounds? Yes! Liquid brisket to the rescue! Never be bored with your background again. I have a feeling there's going to be a need for drinking tonight, though.
There's gonna be a what?
A need for drinking. Reasons and such.
I can't do that even if I wanted to right now.
I know. And you don't want to, so I don't even want to hear about it.
I at least want a cigarette.
They're just trying to get you to cut all that crap out of your life. Keep getting these notifications from Zillow for these god-awful houses that they're selling in Sheboygan, and some of them are just horrible.
Have you gone and looked at any more houses?
No. I got my taxes all sorted out, but after what happened at work the other day, I'm just kind of trying to figure out my priorities.
Okay.
And I still have to talk to a lender, and Rose had a really good point about wanting to stay in Sheboygan versus having the option of moving anywhere else in the state. And I thought, well, you know, that's a really good point, because honestly, you know, if I move to, like, Menominee Falls or something like that, I'd be closer to the zoo, I'd be closer to the airport.
Menominee Falls is expensive though. Not as bad as like Mequon.
Yeah, that's the one problem with Menominee Falls.
Mequon is like kind of like the white folks' bay of Ozaki County.
Yep.
We're making a lot of Wisconsin-only references, though.
How do you say that? Mini.
What's a mini?
Isn't that a thing in the ocean? No, that's an anemone. This is Menominee. Apparently there was an opening to take and show in spring, and I got an email from one of the vendors about showing in spring, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna pass, because I don't want to book another show, because I've now been booking shows and they're just getting canceled one on top of the other, and I'm just like, I'm done with this canceling crap.
I was about to say, why would you cancel? And then I'm like, dumb. The coronavirus is still
COVID.
going on.
So these guys are booking these venues and then they're canceling, so it's like, I'm gonna wait until we're farther into like fall before I start booking shows again. I just don't feel like going the route of the dumb.
I have a feeling that this is going to be a repeat of last year.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of laughing. I actually bought a 2020 calendar before COVID rolled out. And then I found
Did you already cross off all of the days?
Pretty much. Like, I was going to do this, I was going to do this. I had Midwest Horse Fair on there. I had our vacation on there, a trip down to I had a trip to the Dells planned out on there. I had all these shows that I was gonna do, and then one by one they all got just crossed out. Somewhere like October I threw it out. And I was just like, this is retarded.
Yeah.
Like, well...
And I give up.
And good intentions followed with, I just give up. Just determined to make this other green work. If I keep incorporating it, it will work. Actually, once you kind of mix in the cad yellow deep hue, then it looks not too bad, but then it has no, like, depth to it. It's a very Irish, like, green.
It is very Kelly green.
And it does become very, very Kelly green. Take some of Kelly green. We're gonna put it up in the corner. Yes.
You're gonna what?
We're gonna take some of the Kelly green and we're gonna mix it. We're gonna put it in the corner. Nobody puts Kelly in the corner.
So my mother's going to Florida in May.
Yeah. For vacation.
Gave her some more suggestions on places to go because they're planning on spending a whole day in Disney Springs. I'm like, ooh, you gotta go to Raglan Road. You gotta do Raglan Road.
And she was like, what?
I told her you gotta do Raglan Road.
Raglan Road was fun. I don't even care.
Oh, it was great.
Like, I would have been so mad if we went and we could not go to Raglan Road. I would have been like, just like, Matt, we're just not going to go. It's not worth it. I can't take you to Raglan Road. It's not worth the trip.
Right. It was great.
Help shape tomorrow.
Tell us, what needs to change so more women can reach their full potential?
Access to good education, understanding, and opportunity. We need to redefine what's normal so that women can thrive.
Tap the banner to add your voice to our global study.
Hey, I'm Amber. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A new grilled spicy deluxe is how well all
They're going there, and I guess they're going to Animal Kingdom.
Chick-fil-A's grilled spicy.
That, I guess, is one of the least busy parks right now. I can't remember what vlog I was watching that was talking about the new Epcot laser fireworks show, the pyrotechnics show that they have. And it just, I kind of laugh because I guess you know how they have the water projection show that they do at Animal Kingdom? And you can't really see what's behind it because they have that fountain on a barge and it comes in and out of Animal Kingdom, but other than that, it's out of the line of sight of the public. The one in Epcot is not. It's a permanent installation. And it's something like a 50-foot ring of jets.
Yeah,
and they've now
I saw
dubbed
that.
it. Yeah,
I saw that. Adam the Woo was showing that.
Did he call it the Stargate?
One of them did. I believe that one was totally enthused.
Yeah, because they're talking about how the people who aren't necessarily fond of how much of an eyesore it is are calling it a Stargate. And it's pissing Disney off. I think it's funny.
That's what it looks like, is a Stargate.
It does. It looks like a Stargate. I'm like, Epcot has decided to incorporate a little SG-1 into their lives, and good for them for incorporating somebody else's reality. I guess, maybe, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Oh, jeez.
Myself, I'm totally jealous that you did Animal Kingdom.
We'll do Animal Kingdom, and we'll do Hollywood Studios. We gotta do Hollywood Studios, and I've got to reshoot Animal Kingdom because I lost all my files for Animal Kingdom because I'm an idiot.
It happens? How do you lose it? You're a Giga Hoarder.
Yeah, I thought I backed it up into the passport, and I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I backed it up, and I guess I didn't, because it's not here. You're all into your not Deep Space Nine, Voyager. My
What's
brain
that?
wanted to say like 6 different freaking things at once because it wanted to say SG-1, then it wanted to say Deep Space Nine, then it wanted to say Voyager, but at the same time it wanted to say Supernatural, and then it was like, let's talk about WandaVision. No, because we're not talking about WandaVision. He's not watching it.
I haven't checked that out at all.
Apparently, it's like Disney's #1 thing now on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Which I guess should surprise me and not surprise me at the same time. Oy. Oops. Clean your brush better. I love those moments when I just get impatient with myself and I'm just like, I don't want to do this background anymore.
What do you do when you hit that point?
Press on! It's kind of like when you want to go home at the end of the shift, but you still look up and there's still 2 more hours that you're open. Press on, dear young ones. Press on.
Press on and drink.
And then you convince yourself that, really, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Just keep going. It'll be worth it.
That does actually make me wonder, do you experience, like, writer's block, but you're painting?
Yeah, they call it basically...
What do you do to combat that?
I generally will... So there's 2 different versions from an artist perspective that they talk about when they're talking about stuff like that. One is basically when you get sick of working on a piece and you just it's not flowing anymore, and the more you work on it, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
And that's one version of it. And then the other version of it is when you basically dry up with ideas, and that's kind of like writer's block. It's closer to what people think of as traditional writer's block. And I guess the way I've learned to deal with both of those is to basically do one of 2 things. One is to just make stuff when I'm inspired to make it, which is how you wind up with 40,000 projects in the background.
Or you wind up like me, not writing a single lyric for 5 years.
Yeah, but you maybe start a bunch of projects and then you put them down once you're like, okay, that's done, and then you wind up with a bunch of different little one-off projects, or you just take a break and don't do anything for a while, which I'm usually really, really hard on myself about doing that. I don't like doing that because it feels like I'm just procrastinating and avoiding it, and after the whole thing with Ryan, I'm really hard on myself about procrastinating with doing stuff. Because it becomes easy to become lazy on stuff. It becomes very easy to just be lazy and make excuses for not doing stuff. Yeah.
Kind of like it's the very least you can do. No, the least I can do is nothing.
Right? Like, there have been a couple of days when I'm just like, you know, the best I can do is to not touch any artwork today, because I'm just gonna screw it up. But the longer you go without, like, working with it, the harder it becomes, because you become less versed in it. And it's like, if, you know, you take an L away from work or whatever, and then, you know, you come back in 6 months and you're like expecting to jump right back in the pod. It's not the way it's going to work, because it's going to take some time to get your skills back up again.
I found that going with my lead guitar. My hands just don't really move the way they used to anymore now. It sounds all scattered, where I used to be able to play a really good blues riff.
Yeah. working on art becomes very much kind of like working on a job where if you let yourself get lazy on it, it becomes very easy to become very lazy in it, and then you start making excuses to not work on it. And then the more you don't work on it, the harder it is when you do want to work on it. So you're like so out of practice that when you get back to it, it's like, I don't even know how the hell I did this before. Which is a real danger zone with artists when they take a break from stuff, is that sometimes they take a break for 15, 20 years and they're just like, this used to be so easy. I must not have skills anymore. It's not that you don't have skills, it's that your skills got rusty and you got, you know, lackadaisical about it, and when you quit doing it, it was for one reason or another. You know, I've got friends that quit painting because they were, they had family or they had other obligations, you know, financial obligations, and so they just couldn't entertain the whole thing of having an art career. And then they pick it up after they've retired and they get very frustrated with their own skill set because they're like, this used to be very easy. I used to be able to do this in no problem. And it's like, I understand that only because after high school, I did the same thing. You know, I had to stop doing my artwork because of having to pay for a house and a roof and all the adult non-art related things that took up all my time. And if it wasn't for, you know, Judy, I would have never gotten it back into it. Because there was no real need. There was too much other stuff going on. Like riding a bike. Every time you fall down, you gotta get right back on the horse again. Kind of like the fact that I've done most of this painting and not used the extender because I've been trying to avoid doing it, and it's not helping me by just sitting in the cup, just being over there like, excuse me, because I could make your life easier, and I'm not using it.
With Lux Hotel Collection bedding, now 40% off.
What extender? What do you mean?
So, is it on camera? Okay, so there's painted almost all of the wells except for this one, which you can tell by the reflection there's a clear fluid in.
Yeah.
So extender is like a thinned out version of a binder. And so what it does is it thins out your paint without having to worry about it thinning down to the point where it becomes unstable. This is the part where I was kind of like, I don't know what I want to do over here because I want to do that thing that Luke Buck does, where he does the drips, and he does that very
weird
loose,
drippy fourth wall thing.
Yes, the drippy fourth wall thing, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that, and it's just not coming to me. I haven't figured it out because this is very enclosed. And at the same time, I figured out how to do it because I've got part of this design is off the page. It's actually covered up by all this masking tape, so it's kind of like, you've already got that. Knock it off. But you can, with acrylics, you can thin them all down, so that they act like watercolors, and they behave like watercolors. But the problem is the more you thin them down, the more unstable they get till they just don't, the paint doesn't bind to itself and it doesn't bind to the surface that you're painting on. It'll just flake off. I had to change this. because I need to get this up so I can get the drippies going. But what the extender does is basically it's like a very thin version of the binder that's already in the paint. And so it will thin it out without it losing its ability to stay stable. Up, and away! Okay. Let's see if I can balance this off the table. Okay, I don't want to do it without something to catch the paint. Something to catch the paint. TV screen to prop the painting up. So we'll see how well this works. This could either be really, really good or really, really bad.
Yes.
Pretty much, right? So I do want to thin down this a lot. One of the things that it's a plus and a minus if you use a lot of extender in your paint, and that is that it can and will extend the drying time, which is where it got its name from.
Okay.
So it can make your acrylic paints act more like oil-based paints.
What is the advantage of that? Is it to kind of thin it out so that you can see the layers underneath it?
Well, you can do that, which gives you that transparency effect, and that is like one of the things that is usually very desired when I hear people praising my work. They like the fact that the translucence of the paint gives it a very realistic effect.
Okay.
Because it's not so pasty, and that's not the way your eye perceives light, which is why I'm getting kind of mad about like some of these other parts of this painting, is that it's not as true to form. It looks very chalky and very dense and just not at all what I would like a background to look like.
Hey guys.
Hi.
It's pushing up on 10. I'm gonna back out and get done with the stuff here.
Okay. You gonna need me to log out and come over?
Doug showed up, but you know how much of a help that'll be.
Okay, I'm gonna take that as no unless you call me and say, hey, I need you to come over, this isn't helping.
Alright.
Alright.
You guys have a good night.
Alright, night, Devin.
Yeah, bye.
Good, Devin.
Trying to get this thing to drip the way that he does, but might not. There's lots of notes about how he slams his canvases down to get them to drip, and I don't feel like slamming this thing while I'm on video.
Right. Is that how he does it?
Yeah, he goes and he just lays down a wash and then he lets it bleed down.
That's actually something I wondered.
Yep, he takes it and he just, what he does is he builds all the paints that he's using, and then he'll just take it and he'll just bam, you know. Which I'm trying not to do because I really don't want this to make a huge mess and I don't want it to screw up the cameras. Although I'm starting to wonder if I'm not going to have to do that. I might also have this paint just way too thick. So let's try a sloppier brush. Just a little closer. TV screen's like, this is not what I was intended for. There we go. Now it's running. I don't know how good that is for the camera angle, but yeah, it's running now.
That really does look like watercolor now. I don't know why, but that is somehow very satisfying. I'm such a dork, but that is very satisfying.
So ASMR! Come on. Drippy, drippy. Oh no, I don't want just one drip right there. Get you! Lots of drips.
World. Okay.
Lots of drips.
I'll be eating the barbecue ribs and candied yams from the Coast Cafe in Riverside.
Excellent local order. Party on, Wayne.
Party on, guard. Tonight, I'll be eating local with Uber Eats.
Find myself having to manually start some of these drips.
This week at Macy's, get great deals on fashion and home essentials. Update your wardrobe with 20% off new spring shoes and sneakers. And 20 to 50% off fresh looks for him and her. Plus, transform your space with Luxe Hotel Collection bedding, now 40% off. And Macy's Star Rewards members can earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees. More at Macys.com/starrewards. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
I just sprayed myself in the face. God bless America. That was not a smart move.
Oops.
I
There
just
it
used
is.
a towel that was just not. Oh, I'm gonna paint that
I
on
didn't
my
get to see that in real time.
Jesus. Ah.
Can you rewind that and do that again?
No, we're not rewinding that, doing it again. something really, really dumb. In case you thought she was cool, guys, no, she's a dork. I'm pretty sure I have green paint on my face now. Good thing I'm wearing this shirt. Okay. Nope, now I'm getting it all over there. Trying really hard not to be messy. It's not working. Fuck it. Don't care. It's a good thing that I'm wearing a green shirt.
Wait a minute, you don't want to have all of your shirts having paint on them.
Well, no, but at least then you would know why.
True.
It's another shirt that's freaking yellow.
That'll be like me. All of my shirts and all of my pants have engine oil on them. Motor grease.
Yeah, but this is why I don't necessarily paint with everything that... Like, these are specifically shirts I'm buying for broadcasting. Because, let's face it, I'm not Irish enough to really care about where the shenanigans are. Get these slow motion cam. Drippy cam! Slow motion cam. Slow motion drippy cam. It's not thick enough. Or thin enough. Thin enough. Thick enough is the wrong direction. No more drappies going down. Move everything. It's out of the way. Change the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, drippies. Which is usually something you see a doctor for, but not in this case. Your drippies are very drippy.
Like I said, that was somewhat satisfying.
Somewhat satisfying.
No idea why.
You should watch them do... Have you ever watched these pour paintings videos? Those are satisfying to watch. I could never do pour painting videos because I don't do pour painting, but man, some of them are so satisfying. It's just like, oh my god, I could just watch this for like a year.
No, I've never watched them.
Yeah, look online for acrylic pouring videos. And then wait for a thumbnail that you're like, that looks really cool, I wonder how they did that. And no, that basically they poured it, and then they just decided to go the extra mile with some technique. Sometimes it's like string or tape or something like that. There's different techniques to pour painting. But yeah, there's just, like, it's very just satisfying to watch them pour paint. And I met, when I was going to pick up the supplies for vending, the vending supplies for the booth, I met somebody that did pour painting, and sadly, I was like, wow, that's just not something I can personally do because I have to fidget with things, and it's gotta be according to the plan in my head. This is about as loose as it gets, y'all. And she was like, yeah, I just don't really consider it an art. And I was like, why? It's as much of an art as anything else is. It's more of an art than taping a banana to the wall.
Yeah.
You know. I'm gonna have to let this dry for a minute. See, my only worry is that I'm gonna lose this bird's tail in all of this drippiness.
You've got it pretty well isolated right now.
I'm kinda hoping I do.
Where you can still get it back.
Good God.
Now, isn't the bird mostly green?
The bird is white. And it's going to be white and with a purple blue iridescent tail and a purple iridescent blue throat latch.
Okay.
And so it'll be a nice contrast to the yellow. And then we were talking about it, and Rose is really fond of this raspberry bearded iris, which is a really rich fuchsia and deep purple color for a bearded iris. And I was thinking of going something more to the effect of like a rainbow Dutch iris, which is white with rainbow bottom petals. So it would be the effect opposite of the birds, so there would be some contrast. So I'm not really sure which one I'm going to wind up going with. This takes too long to dry. I'm just going to sit here and stare at it for a while it dries.
It happens.
Well, because when it's wet like this, it's got two choices: move or lift off, and it really just keeps wanting to lift off rather than moving. That's why I've got like this dot right here. There's a white dot here and there's a white dot there, and it's because the paint just went, no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Nope, we're gonna go over here instead of there where you really want us.
No, you wanted this dark area here. No, we're not gonna do that. No, that's not a thing we're gonna do. I really want to like go in the bathroom and see if I have paint on my face. But I already know I have paint on the screen above the drafting table, so that's gonna take precedence.
Yeah, it should. That's a little bit expensive.
Yeah. Drippy drippy. Yeah, this is gonna take a while to dry. So I have a feeling I'm just gonna call it. I'm just gonna be like, we're done for tonight, and then I'll finish up this background, because there's not really anything other than smoothing this background out that I'm gonna do, and then reblock in the subjects, and then start actually painting the subjects. So boring on top of boring.
Yeah, I was trying to think of things to say. Sorry.
No, that's fine. It's not been
Better
really...
than having a fake personality.
Huh?
It's better than having a fake personality.
A fake personality? No.
Right. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna paint. That's what we're doing today, is painting. So come on and watch us.
Whoop. Whoop. Yeah, now we got the Packer greeny board.
Going for the green.
It's like we're having an Irish moment, except that we're not. Whoop. Whoop. it would be great to do that as a skit. Kind of the whole red-green thing as a skit rather than an actual, like, attempt at doing something real, because way too serious to do
I'd
that.
have to catch up on red-green to be able to touch him. Canadian MacGyver / duct tape enthusiast / hillbilly. Oh wait, yeah, that's me.
I was gonna say, and at what point did I lose you? Ooh. So I have some amount of video that I can grind out. It's kind of funny that I set it at 100% speed and watching myself flicker across a page and paint out this landscape and then get that done. Turn around and get the whole thing done in like just a few minutes was just phenomenal. It was really amusing. I was just like, so it'll be grinding out for the next however long it's grinding out. Sit down to watch an episode of something, like 10 minutes later, it's like, oh, by the way, it's done. And I'm like, what do you mean it's done? Clearly it's screwed up somewhere, and I'm just watching it. It's like, oh, no, it didn't. It's done.
Yeah, before you had to let your old computer think about it.
Let me think
Leave
about
it alone,
this.
Go into a separate room and let it think about it.
Let me ruminate about what it means to be a computer, what the frame rate is. You know, now it's just like 60 frames a minute? Not a problem. Give me a second. Literally, it means that.
I'm glad it's working out for you.
Yeah, the Discord, this is all working out great. I just need to pick up an audience, so that'll probably come in time. Just need to learn to be patient. You know.
It will come in time.
Yeah.
Same thing with followers. They'll come in time too.
Oh yeah. Get the messiness, and I did color my hair. It does. It kind of sort of looks like I colored it. I don't know. It was really dark, like my roots were showing through, and so I colored the roots and I colored the transition into the red. And then it just went sideways on me, so I was like, okay, so we're doing this now.
I'll just do it a lot of red.
Yeah, it's it has a tendency of bleeding because it's not long enough. Because remember when we went to Florida, it was like down here, so it's significantly by 4 inches shorter. So I can't grab it by the ends and keep the blonde part out of the rinses of the purples and the reds. So
okay.
It winds up not necessarily working the best. There, now I can look at you and you can look at me, and it's more cohesive.
And now it's my turn to floof hair.
You
There
go
you
floof
go.
your hair, you go floof your hair. Hair floofing. La la la. So when you get done with all of this, are we... Since nobody has him on camera, he's like doing... He's being Jared Padalecki. He's just having a L'Oreal moment. Because I'm worth it. I don't think I got any paint on the shirt. I don't know how I would tell. It's green. I don't think I got any paint on my face. I don't know. I might have paint. I might have paint on my face. That was just a really bad judgment call. Here, let's do something really stupid. Oh. Oop. I really need to get that thing mounted. It's the Bluetooth receptor. It's an optic cable, and it's hanging like right here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's hanging right there. It's supposed to sit on the back of the TV with like a little piece of double-sided sticky tape, and it never does. It constantly wants to go for a walk. It's got a wandering mind.
It must be rather annoying.
Yeah, it kind of is. Oh, honey, stretch, honey. Oh.
Stretchies.
Stretchies, yes, stretchies. So stretchies. And do that thing where you zipper your back and you're just like.
Yep.
Ooh, I have to update my February calendar. I didn't do that. Because it's no longer February. No, it's not.
No, and I've barely been outside.
It's, there's still snow on the ground.
Not out here.
But you know what? It's March. I can't believe it.
It's Wisconsin still.
It's Wisconsin, so we've still got one more winter to go. So all those people that ever wind up watching from another state, there's 3 winters in Wisconsin. There's first winter, then there's second winter, and then there's a third winter. And if you're in Wisconsin and you don't believe this, then you've been living in like some strange parallel universe, because first winter is in November where you get a snowfall and it lasts for a day and then it evaporates the same day. That's first winter. Because everybody's still driving at like 90 on the freeway. And then they freak out and they're like, oh my god, we're all gonna die. And then there's second winter, which is when you get the vast majority of the snowfall. And the one that really, really sticks around. We're at the end of second winter right now. And then there's third winter, which will come in probably 3 weeks.
Yes. You'll have plenty of 60-degree days, or at least 40-degree days.
And then suddenly...
it'll freeze over again.
Yep, and then suddenly it'll freeze and everybody will freak out and somebody will swear that the environment is dying. It's just the way it goes.
And then it's June.
Yep, then it's June. First winter, second winter, third winter, June. Ooh, hi. That's my chair.
Then it's June and it's mud season.
Yeah, then there's construction. So, yeah, I think we're done with the stream for tonight.
All right.
I have to go in for my exam on Thursday. Then I have a consultation for Dutch on the 19th. And then next, on the 14th of April is Dutch's Space. So there will no longer be any walking around the house yelling for no reason in the middle of the stream.
Or in the middle of the night, which is more important when you're trying to sleep.
Yeah, I should probably stop this. I forgot I was still recording up there. I haven't done anything for 10 minutes. I should probably turn that off. So. But look, I have all this set up and you're gonna feel special because you know what, you're gonna go away for 2 years and then you're gonna come back and you're gonna expect there to be all the stuff you're gonna have to do and it'll be exactly the same. It'll just be you and me painting and not very exciting at all.
I hope not. I hope there's more.
It'll be like one person. It'll be some dude from Ireland that has no life and secretly thinks I'm sexy. Nobody understands him. He makes you look like you should be on the cover of GQ.
Wow, that's something. I didn't know that they had scrubs in Ireland.
Oh yeah, they got serious scrubs. He's a serious 50-year-old scrub that just is like, oh, I like to see that Irish
Other than
painting
that
thing.
scrubby fisherman thing.
Scrubby fish. Scrubby fish? Scrubby fish. Aren't those catfish?
No, I said other than those grubby fisherman things, you know.
Yeah, he looks like he looks like he could be. He looks like he could dig out a shanty song pretty quick.
Exactly.
Just like.
It's tight.
Chicken guy, we're gonna eat a chicken guy, chicken guy, chicken guy. You're gonna eat a chicken guy. Donkey sauce. Chicken guy, we're gonna eat a chicken guy. Alright, kiddo, I'm gonna let you go. On the air for 3 hours, I'm gonna let this thing dry. I'm gonna go finish my dinner. Actually, I'm probably gonna eat ice cream, I'm not gonna lie.
Right, enjoy.
You too, get some sleep, get some rest, feel better.